welcome back to So Drew Podcast.
So Drew Podcast.
So Drew. We just like talk about all things. Like everybody's like, who's Drew? We're like, you don't know who
I
Drew
just
is?
really like that name.
I just love that name, Drew. Like
I want to name.
I don't even know anybody named Drew, I don't think.
I want to name all my potential children Drew.
Drew.
Yep.
You like spell it in like 5 different ways. Like
Yep.
D-R-U, D-R-E-W,
Like Utah parents.
D-R-U-E.
That was a burn.
That was such a good burn. You got him. You
Thanks.
got him.
Thank you.
Weekly recap. Was there anything fun that you did this week? Anything cool? Anything weird? Anything really stupid?
My friend and I watched Twilight together because she'd never seen it, and I could not stand for that kind. So she and I watched that. Actually, that might have been last week. I don't remember time anymore. It was pretty recent.
Time is a social construct.
That is so true. I visited our dear old brother Paul up in American Fork.
Yeah.
We watched Queer Eye on this little projector, and then his friend came in and watched with us, and it was so funny.
Right on.
So that was cool. And then mostly I've just been busy. I've been working, editing another podcast that I do for my uncle. It's called Come Run With Us Project. Hopefully it's out by the time ours is out, because I think that's also a really good podcast. And I don't just say that because...
And if you're a runner especially, so like the premise of their podcast, like kind of give the premise of their podcast.
So honestly, the premise is in the name itself. It's Come Run With Us. So they vlog. They have a GoPro while they run, and the episodes are long. It's more kind of, you would watch it maybe while you're running on the treadmill or trying to get your own run in.
It's kind of designed like to listen to while you do your own run, right?
And I think they would say themselves that it's probably a lot more entertaining when you're watching it while running, because it's pretty raw and unedited. So if you were just kind of listening to them pant but not really seeing what's happening, it might be a little bit, you're like, more boring.
Awesome.
But that's why it's kind of more like
you just listen to like a couple minutes straight of like
mile 5. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's kind of nice, I think, if you were running on the treadmill, because then you could set up like your phone or your iPad and watch them, and they're so funny. Like the two of them have a really good dynamic. And
that's our Uncle Joey and his business partner and friend Spud. I don't know what his real name is, but they call him Spud.
Yeah.
What's Spud's real name? Do you know?
No.
That's some lore. That's some lore right there. They already got show lore.
I'm just the editor. I don't ask questions.
Just take the money and run.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, cool. It's so weird to me when I hear that people have not watched Twilight, because I'm like, that has been a staple of my entire life.
I know.
So it's crazy that your friend hadn't watched Twilight yet. That's so weird.
There's this meme of this like little kid in bed, and it's like POV, you're having a sleepover with me in 2008, and like in the video the kid wakes up and it's just Twilight, the credits screen, like playing over and over again on this TV. I thought it was the funniest thing.
I was a kid that never fell asleep during the movies because I was too anxious to fall asleep anywhere but like my own bed. So I would literally still be awake, like the credits would roll and I'd just be like, everybody's asleep, and I'm like, well, time to cry.
Also, if anyone happens to be watching this on YouTube, I apologize for how awful I look. The only redeeming thing about what I'm wearing is my new pee-pee poo-poo hat from really Shithead cool. Steve. It is such a staple, and I can't wait to wear it.
In case nobody knows what Shithead Steve is, it's a meme account on Instagram. I feel like everybody knows what it is, but maybe not. And like they just post like funny memes all the times. Yeah.
And it's like not like those other meme accounts where they just repost other memes. Like I feel like they come up with their own, and then they make merch off of it, and it's genuinely, it's so funny.
Yeah. I like that we're both wearing hats right now.
I know, I didn't notice that until I saw your what, LA one?
Dodgers, my Dodgers hat.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
My hair looked kind of gross.
Same.
I haven't embraced. I'm giving 5th grade like camp counselor vibes, but we're going for it. We're living, we're laughing and loving.
I'm giving greasy skater kid.
Speaking of greasy skater kid, Claire knows this story, but there was this one time. This was a few years ago. I was like walked out of our parents' house, and I was going to get in my car, and I heard this kid, like, it ended up being the kid next door, but he came out of his house and he's like, had his skateboard, and I think he was listening to music and trying to sing along, but he just goes, yeah, come on. And I thought it was Paul, our older brother, like messing with me, because we do stuff like that to each other, like just saying random lines, usually in like a Jonas Brothers 2008-esque voice, like that, where it's really extra gravelly.
Yes.
And so I like turned around, like smiling, like thinking it was Paul, like about to laugh and say something back, and then it was like actually the neighbor kid, and he just like throws his skateboard down on the ground and starts skating down the road. And so he's like, yeah, come on, and then starts skateboarding. It's now like a full thing.
He thought he was in a
house.
music video. That's what was happening.
Honestly, I mean, go off.
He was pretending.
Go off, King. Like, make yourself the main character, all right?
Yes.
Yeah, my week was good. Let's see. I went up to Logan, which is about 2 hours north of where we are in Utah County, but to visit my best friend Kennedy. Shout out to Ken and her husband. They live up there. And anyway, I just went up Sunday night, and then Monday was Memorial Day. And we just kind of had fun. She showed me around Logan. We went shopping. We went and saw some baby animals. They had a baby animals day at the Western Heritage Center. So there was baby pigs and cows and chicks and bunnies and all kinds of cute things, which was really fun. And then we got some really good pizza for dinner if you're ever in Logan, you need to go to the pizza place called Lucky Slice and get a pepperoni pizza with hot honey on the top. Sounds so weird. It's
weird.
So delicious.
I bet though.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, so I did that. Been working. Been just, living the dream. I got a new microphone.
Yes,
which is so nice. Now we have the same microphone. These microphones are so nice. If you're looking to start a podcast or want a nice microphone, the microphones from Shure, SHURE, are really good.
Yeah, and just a caveat, we don't have the $400 Dax Shepard Joe Rogan mics.
Yeah.
We have the one that's $180, and then we put the windscreen that's from those more expensive mics onto ours, and so they sound amazing.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good.
So
they're a dynamic mic, so they don't pick up like a lot of the background noise,
which is a beginner's mistake that we had when we were doing sibling sessions, is we all got condensers, and that's why there was so much echoing, and we were recording in a big room, so it would just pick up like the air conditioning or each other's voices. So.
And any like tapping or clicking, like it picks up. So pro tip, record in a small room. Get dynamic mics, not condenser mics.
Yes.
Yeah, that will do you great. Anyway, this week we are going to be doing kind of a game. So the title of this episode is So True or So False. So we each got some different facts, some are stories, and we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to read them off, and you can also kind of keep your own tally at home or wherever you are. And the other person has some of the facts or stories. Some of them are true and some of them are false. So we're each going to read a few, and the other person has to guess if it's true or false. And I will keep a tally of our points, and we'll see who won at the end.
This is gonna be good.
Yes.
And if I run out, I'll just pull up like a website.
Yeah, that's fine. I got 10. So
I got 10 as well.
Okay, so I think that should be good. I think that should be plenty.
I also have some crazy true stories because I thought they were interesting.
And we should share those for sure. Okay, so I'm actually gonna list my sources where I got everything in the article names at the end, because I don't want to list them now and possibly give away. I don't know. I don't think it would give it away, but like give away like which ones. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I'll start. All right, so my first one, is it so true or so false? A con man sold the Eiffel Tower twice. So true or so false?
I'm gonna go so true.
It is so true.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a little background. So the story goes that Victor Lustig, this was the guy, the con man, got the idea when he read an article about how the Eiffel Tower was rusting and the high cost of its maintenance and repairs. Since the tower was only supposed to stand for 20 years, some Parisians were saying it should be taken down entirely. Not one to miss an opportunity, Lustig, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, devised a plan to convince the city's biggest scrap metal dealers that he was a government director charged with the discreet task of selling off the Eiffel Tower scrap metal. He rented limousines and gave tours of the landmark and insinuated not only that this was a very hush-hush government business, but that he could be bribed into accepting the winning bid. One dealer was convinced and paid Lustig $20,000 in cash, plus an additional $50,000 to make sure his was the winning bid. Once he had the money, Lustig raced off to Austria to lay low while the story broke, but it never did since the dealer was too embarrassed to report Lustig's scam. What? Lustig later returned to Paris and gave it another try, but was worried one of the scrap dealers had notified the police. He fled to the US, where he was ultimately caught.
What year was this, did they say?
I don't have the year, but I'm guessing like early 1900s.
Huh.
Yeah.
So basically it was a bid to get repairs done on the Eiffel Tower, and he just...
Yeah. So like they're... he basically went off like this story, like that the Eiffel Tower was like rusting. There was an article, it was like rusting, and there was like high cost for maintenance and repairs because it was only supposed to stand for 20 years. So I think the Eiffel Tower was built sometime in the 1800s, mid 1800s. So, probably early 1900s is when this happened. But, basically he just jumped on that and like created a whole story that they were like the government was actually going to tear it down, and so
okay,
but like they were just going to repair it. But that like article gave him,
and then he just
idea.
Took the money basically.
Yeah, he took the money and ran. Honestly, slay
Victor.
All right, good job. So that Claire gets the point.
Sweet. Some of them are so crazy that you're like,
there's
that's
no
gotta
way.
Be true.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no way that it couldn't be true.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically. Anyway. Okay. Goldfish only have a memory of 3 seconds.
That's true.
It is false.
What?
Their memories can actually last for months.
All my life, I thought that was true.
I know. It's kind of a common misconception, like, oh, I have the memory of a goldfish. It's like, well, you would actually have...
You have pretty good memory.
Somewhat good memory, I guess, even if it would only last for months.
Dang. Okay. All right. Yeah. Go off. Okay, next one. You can see the Great Wall of China from space.
This is false.
Give everybody a chance to answer. This is false. You cannot see the Great Wall of China from space. That is like one of those truths that all of us thought was true for
I definitely did believe that, I think.
Oh, I for sure did. Yeah.
But.
Okay, next.
Okay. The first tea bags were made of silk.
I'm really afraid to get this wrong because I got the first one wrong. I'm going to say it's true.
It is true.
Woo! Yeah!
There wasn't a follow-up to that, but I'm very interested.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I guess silk is made from caterpillars. Uh-huh. So maybe they used like caterpillar skin.
There's silkworms, and silkworms like spin it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Very cool. Okay. My next one. The toenail of your little toe is called a spungle. True or false?
I'm gonna say false.
It is false.
Okay.
It is not called the spungle. I don't even know if it has a name. I think it's literally just
that one
toenail.
Really tripped me up because I was like, watch it be true.
Watch it be true. That I know.
I
tried to make it them pretty even, like for each thing, like to see, hopefully like throw you off and throw everybody off.
Because I'm like, that does sound like a weird like foot disease. Oh, I got the spungle.
Yeah.
Like.
Or like, like the plastic part of like the shoelace, how that's called like the aglet. Like it's like one of those random things that you're like a random like name for something that doesn't really matter.
Oh, my aglet.
My aglet.
Like,
do you remember the Phineas and Ferb episode they did about the aglet?
No.
Where they wrote like a full song about the aglet and became like pop stars and like
they did?
yeah, like sang a song about the aglet.
Huh.
Yeah. So funny. All right. Funny. Your turn.
Okay. Napoleon was of below average height.
I think. Oh, crap. I'm scared. That's true, right?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It is false.
Frick. I was gonna say for his time period because guys were short back then.
That's the thing. It says at 5'7", he was actually
He's actually kind of tall.
he was
for that
slightly
time.
above average height for the time.
Yeah, because men back then were actually like average, like 5'6". Like,
Yeah, we've gotten bigger because we have more food now.
yeah. Because we like to eat.
Because we're big chunkuses.
Because we're big chungus. Because we have bodybuilders. Yeah. Okay. I knew I should have gone false because I was like, wait, for his time or like for all time? I should have asked that question.
These questions make you think that there's a lot of they make you realize that there's a lot of misconceptions. Because
sure.
everyone depicts Napoleon as like
Teeny
4'11".
tiny. Yeah, literally.
And he's not.
He's not. I mean, like, he's as tall as Zac Efron.
Exactly, okay?
Napoleon could have played Troy Bolton. Think about that.
But Zac Efron probably could have played Napoleon. You know what?
That's true. Hey, Zach, we've got an idea for you. Your next role. Okay, next one. There are more synapses in the brain than there are stars in the galaxy.
This is true.
This is true.
Yay.
Hey, so you're really good at this.
Thanks.
Astronomers estimate that there are more than 200 billion stars present in the Milky Way galaxy. That's a lot of stars. But neuroscientists estimate the number of synaptic connections in the average 3-year-old is close to 1 quadrillion.
I knew we had to have a shit ton.
Yes.
And that one was hard because I was like, well, there's so many stars in the
Yes.
universe, but
your brain is like so
brain is
vast,
more.
actually. After that, a refining process occurs, leaving the average adult with about half that many, or roughly 500 trillion synapses. So we get stupider as we get older, actually, which I fully believe, because kids are crazy smart.
That's why they're able to pick up languages so young, and
So
like it's
true.
harder to learn things the older you get.
Definitely.
Just stupid, because
Dang,
why does a little baby need all that knowledge? We need it more, okay?
Has all that knowledge, but it can't tie its own shoe.
Has to shit its pants.
The silence. Please. Okay, your turn.
Okay. The 5 Olympic rings signify the 5 sports events at the first Olympics in ancient Greece.
It sounds pretty legit to me. True?
It is false.
No! Here's my problem. I just believe everything. I'm like way too gullible. I'm like, yeah, totally.
I thought that one was true as well.
Is it for, okay, wait, can I guess what it actually is for?
Yes.
Is it for like the 5 city-states? Athens, Sparta?
It says, no. Oh, no.
Like that sort of thing? Okay, no. Okay, go.
It's the
Go ahead.
5 major regions of the world. Asia, Africa, Europe, the Americas, and Oceania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know that either. I was like, yeah, so like it's gotta be
Sounds legit to
Gotta be the
me.
sports, right? But
Jeez, if this were like a life or death situation, I would have been killed so long ago. You're still living. Okay. Next one. Okay. The first sunglasses were actually animal skin scraped so thin that it became transparent. Your face.
I think false.
Yes. Dang it. How are you so good at this?
Because I feel like they were made out of sand.
Whoa, really?
Like, because glass is made from sand. So wouldn't it just be like, wouldn't it be easier to make
Good
them out of glass?
connection, little Einstein.
Thank you so much. The thing is I'm actually not very smart. I'm just a good guesser.
You are a good guesser. I like sound so stupid. Actually, I had a really good guessing day the other day. When I was shopping with Kennedy, we were in the store and she like would hold up like articles of clothing. She goes, "How much do you think this is?" And I was within $2 on each one.
Damn.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's because you got a passion for fashion.
I do. Just like the Brat Stalls.
Yeah.
Just like Chloe and Yasmin.
Just like Jade, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next.
Oh, that's my turn. Okay. A slug's blood is green.
That's true.
Yes.
Yay! If I just keep answering true, I'll eventually be right. It's like answering C on like for every question on the multiple choice.
Literally on the ACT for the science portion.
You're just like, here's the thing about the ACT, especially the science portion. The science portion is just reading comprehension.
For me,
That's all it was.
the reading comprehension part didn't even make sense. So
You're like,
I was
perfect.
I just didn't even know what to comprehend, basically.
I am confusion. Claire is the meme with the girls like the math equations flying around her.
Yes, that is me. The sad thing about the ACT is that if they would have just given me enough time, I probably would have
It's so
gotten
true.
all of the questions on the English portion and the reading portion right. But science and math, I was in the dark.
I think you can apply for accommodations, but you have to have like a proven disability actually to
but
like get it.
I really, one of these days I will go into a full-blown rant about how stupid the ACT is, because are we testing knowledge or are we testing how fast
We test
someone
speed.
is?
Yeah, that's true.
At taking a test.
It is stupid.
Okay. All right.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right. Next. Wait, is it my turn? It's my turn, right?
Yes, I wanted to add though.
Go for it.
A slug's blood has copper in it, and that's what gives it its bluish green color.
OMG.
Yeah, so it's almost like the Eiffel Tower, but a slug. A slug's blood.
What?
Because get it? Because it's made out of copper, and so when it rusts, it gets bluish green.
Oh.
So that's almost like slug.
Is that the Eiffel Tower though, or is that the Statue of Liberty?
Well, they said that the Eiffel Tower would have been brown, like a copper penny, and then it's actually green now. Have you
is
never
it
heard
green
that?
now? I thought it was black.
Did I say the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, you said the Eiffel Tower.
I meant the Statue of Liberty.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I know that. It's like it's because it was copper.
Oh my gosh!
Please.
No, it's because of that story he told about the guy who was trying to quote unquote repair the Eiffel Tower. It's because my mind was on that track, but I was thinking of the Eiffel Tower. Okay,
When
not
you're
the Eiffel Tower.
the Statue of Liberty, you were thinking of the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, yes.
Because of the process of oxidation.
Now no one's gonna take anything I said
Listen,
before that seriously.
When your podcast is called So True, but you just talk out your butt the entire
but
time.
you just lie the whole time.
You lie the whole time.
Y'all got what I meant.
Okay.
Every time you hear Eiffel Tower, just input
Statue of Liberty.
yes.
Perfect. Okay. Next. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the building of the first Pizza Hut than to the building of the pyramids.
I want to say false, but I think this is true.
It is true.
Okay.
Okay, so the constructions on the pyramids of Giza took place roughly from 2550 BC to 2490 BC. Okay, so that's when the pyramids were
Yeah, they're
being
way
built.
older than her.
While Cleopatra, the last active pharaoh of ancient Egypt, was born in 69 BC and died in 30 BC.
Yeah, so there's a
Yeah.
pretty good chunk there.
Yeah, there's a big chunk. So she is actually closer to the building of the first Pizza Hut than the building of the pyramids, which is so crazy. Good job.
Why isn't she the mascot for the Pizza Hut?
Yeah, what even is a mascot for Pizza? Does Pizza Hut have a mascot?
Maybe I'm thinking of Little Caesars.
Little Caesars, yeah, it's Julius Caesar, but
Oh.
Pizza Hut, I don't know
Wouldn't that be so slay? Because apparently in history, Julius Caesar and Cleopatra had like a little thing.
I thought it was Mark Antony that she had a thing with.
I thought she had another. You know what?
You know what? I mean, she was a pharaoh, so she could have had a thing with anyone.
That's true. She could have had a thing with.
Were they
both.
even alive at the same time?
I think they were. Wait,
Looking it up.
Okay,
hold on.
We can cut this out. I have to know this.
Julius Caesar. Okay. Cleopatra was living in Rome at the time of Julius Caesar's assassination. Cleopatra joined Julius Caesar in Rome beginning in 46 BC, and her presence seemed to have caused quite a stir.
Oh
my gosh, she be stirring the pot.
So I was right. They were.
Cleopatra was in there, like, was all up in Rome, just like
being a girl boss.
being a girl boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She was sticking her fingers in the pudding and just like making everything crazy, and I love her for it.
So we don't know if they had like a thing, but they were alive at the same time.
Yeah, we don't know if they were boo things, but like they could have been. I wouldn't be
knows?
surprised if they did it a couple times.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, they're both like powerful leaders. Who knows? Okay, your turn.
Okay. A man named Rob Shark was eaten by a shark.
Immediately, my brain immediately goes to Rob Stark in Game of Thrones. I'm like, sexy. Okay, a man named Rob Shark was eaten by a shark. I'm gonna say this is false.
Yep.
Yeah. I really wanted to say true. I really did, but I was like, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna break the status quo.
Wouldn't that be so funny?
That would be so funny.
Like, imagine this
Not
guy.
for Rob, but a funny coincidence.
Funny for us.
Funny for
Yeah.
us, though.
What if he just loved to surf and he's like, yeah, my name's Rob Shark, hee hee hee. And then one day he's out surfing and then chomp.
Yeah, like
Rob
they call
Shark.
it like his like he's like a really good surfer, and you know how like really good athletes they have like a nickname, like so they're like, oh, Rob the shark, like he's just like one with the waves, one with the water, and then he's just
Cowabunga.
Ian, Cowabunga.
And then he gets, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. There's this page on Instagram that for some reason it's been popping up on my like For You, and they just do these like really stupid shark facts that like are so funny. Like, and I've been sending them to Claire, and it was like, like one of it was like shark fact number 2. It was like nurse sharks do not have their nursing degrees. No, I sent you guys one the other day.
It was, there was another one that
It was
you
like
sent.
tiger sharks are not tigers. Like it was something like that.
Very good to know.
It was so good to know. So smart. I love
Yeah.
learning. Okay, next. All right, that was you, right? Okay, it's me. A typical cumulus cloud weighs about 1.1 million pounds.
This one's hard because I feel like... Okay, wait. If this is the cloud that has all the water in it... Wait. I don't know how this guy works. Okay.
When you don't know how the sky works.
The thing is I want to say false because it's just wispy, but then I'm also like, I feel like it's too obvious to say false. So my final answer... True.
It is true.
Yes.
Okay, Peggy
Yes.
Lamone, a senior scientist at the National Center for Atmospheric Research, go off queen, did the math for metal floss in 2013. According to Lamone, an average cumulus cloud, the fluffy ones you typically see on a sunny day, has a water density of 0.5 gram per cubic meter and a
Okay.
volume of 1 billion cubic meters. When you calculate the cloud's total water content, you end up with 500 million grams of water, or about 1.1 million pounds.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, it can't be the cloud itself that weighs that much. It has to be the water that is in that big floofy.
That big floofy doofy. Well, I'm just shook how then it can stay in the sky. I just expect it to fall on the ground like a giant cotton ball. Like, it's just
like
like,
a giant slushy.
yeah, just like right on the ground.
The fart noise kills me.
Like, that's how you know, like, you're actually 12. Like, with a fart noise or a fart joke still gets you every time.
It's peak humor, okay?
It really is. And I'm like, I'm tired of pretending that farts aren't funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Fart humor will forever be 10 times funnier than dark humor, okay?
I
Goodbye.
agree completely.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, I think that is. I agree, though.
Okay, my turn. The capital of Libya is Benghazi. Is it Libya?
Libya? Yeah, Libya.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I almost... Never mind. I was going to say labia, but...
Oh, no.
I'm
That's
the worst.
something sex ed won't teach you.
That facts. Didn't even know what that was until probably like 2 years ago. Okay. Let's just go false.
Yes, it is false.
Yes! Oh, I'm so afraid I was
the-
gonna sound like such an idiot.
The capital of Libya is Tripoli.
Isn't Benghazi like it's... Where is Benghazi?
I have no idea. I suck at geography.
Somewhere.
I really should be better
Where
at
on the earth.
just doing its Benghazi thing.
Perfect. Okay. All right, great. Today, more messages are sent using carrier pigeons than are sent via fax.
More messages today are sent via carrier pigeon than fax. Fax
Machine, sorry.
Oh.
Today, more messages are sent using carrier pigeons than are sent via fax machine.
False.
Yeah, that's false.
I was like, what? I was really feeling like I was being set up for a trick question.
I know. That's the thing. You doubt yourself.
I'm like, are they?
It's a mind trick.
And also, were pigeons used back in the day, or was it just hawks that did the
I
carrying?
don't know. I feel like they had to, because like, where did carrier pigeons then come from? Somebody just like made it up.
Also, it probably would have been harder.
Somebody's
to
just
get.
trying to take the credit away from hawks. Justice for hawks.
Yeah, also it probably would have been harder to find hawks, I'm guessing, because
Yeah.
they're more like.
And also, hawks, I feel like, are scarier and more
Scary.
dangerous. Like, a pigeon just doesn't really have any thoughts.
pigeon's freaking stupid.
But I guess not stupid enough to deliver your mail.
That's
so,
true.
like, if you was writing your boo back in like 1492,
I'm
that
sending
rhymed.
carryover with this important letter to you, okay? Okay.
Do you like me? Check yes or no. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Or is it your turn?
No, I just did the
Oh, wait,
carrier
yeah.
pigeons.
Duh.
Yep, it's your
Okay.
turn.
Stephen Hawking declined a knighthood from the Queen.
I think that's true.
Yes, it is true.
I feel like I heard that somewhere.
Yep. There's no elaboration on that.
I mean, he would.
He's like,
He's such a DICK.
me? What does that mean? She guesses right on most of the true or false questions, but can't spell dick.
He's just like, I mean, he's a genius. I'm not gonna deny it.
He probably just wanted like to build his own clout. He's like, no, I don't want any other people's fame or help. Like, I know I'm cool. I know I'm a knight.
I mean,
I
good.
can knight myself.
Good. He actually can't. He literally can't do that for himself.
He can do it. He can pay someone.
He
do
could.
it
He
for
could
him.
imagine doing it. Mm-hmm. See me, I'd be like, heck yeah! Like immediately, I'd want to be a knight. I'd be like, yeah.
I don't know.
Please.
I'm kind of. I feel like I'd turn it down too.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's not. I don't know.
Because you want to be a princess.
Because yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You'd rather actually be a jester.
I'd
than a
actually
knight?
rather be the queen herself.
Oh, that makes sense. Cool. I
don't
think
even-
I'd rather be the carrier pigeon, actually.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Next. Maine is the closest U.S. state to the continent of Africa.
Oh, I'm gonna sound like such a dumbass. I'm gonna say false.
It is actually true.
Shit.
The easternmost point in the contiguous United States is a peninsula called West Quoddy Head in Lubbock, Maine. Located about 3,154 miles from El Beduza, Morocco, West Quoddy Head is also the point in the U.S. that's closest to Africa.
For some reason, I think my mind is still so warped from like looking at our maps, even though they're not really correct, because I was
Yeah.
thinking that it was
On the opposite
it was
side?
on west, so I was
Yeah.
thinking like maybe Washington would be closer to Africa.
Yeah.
Because on the map isn't Africa on the
Yeah.
west side.
Yeah, it's, yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't, yeah. We need a map. Somebody pull up a map. Okay. Next.
Okay. Trees existed before sharks.
Trees existed before sharks. Should have read my Bible more often. study Genesis before coming in. True.
It is false.
Frick.
The earliest shark fossil dates back to 420 million years ago. The first trees appeared on Earth about 408 million years ago. The only thing is, I'm like, who is alive to confirm this?
Oxygen, though. Like, doesn't... I mean, I guess sharks... But, like...
They got gills.
But they... Don't the gills just filter in the oxygen from the water?
Probably.
So where are they getting the... I guess seaweed. I guess seaweed probably give off oxygen within the water. Any plant
the plants
gives off.
that are out there.
Jeez.
The shark gets breathing
Sharks
in its
be
own
old.
farts.
I thought farts were like carbon dioxide. I thought we were breathing out carbon dioxide. I don't know. Whatever
Wait,
it is.
did you also... Okay, you know what I want to say real quick about the Bible? The Bible doesn't always give accurate facts because the Bible got us all thinking that men got one less rib than women because of Adam and Eve. We got the same amount of ribs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's false.
Huh.
That is a misconception.
Well, maybe originally men had one more rib, and then God gave Eve the extra rib from men
Who knows?
to create Eve.
Who knows? But a lot of people think that because he gave a rib to Eve that men have less ribs. But we have
So
the
maybe
same
it's
amount.
actually just our interpretation of it, though.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't
we're
know.
just stupid.
I
Maybe
just
we
know that-
actually think that, but it's not what the Bible actually says. I don't know.
True.
I'd have to fact check that.
True.
Okay. Next. Where's Wally or Waldo, whatever, books are used in the entry exam for MI6. If you don't know what MI6 is, that's like it's
British government.
British government, like FBI, right? Kind of British. Yeah. Okay, so Where's Waldo or Where's Wally books are used in the entry exam for MI6.
I'm gonna say true.
False.
Damn it.
It was weird enough that it like could have been.
I could have like seen them using that somehow, but I also don't know if even Where's Waldo is an American series.
Well, it said Where's Wally, but I didn't know if that was maybe it's Where's Wally in the UK and Where's Waldo here.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's like one of those things I'd have to fact check again.
Interesting. Well,
All right, go ahead.
I'm not doing so hot anymore. Okay. Matches were invented before lighters.
Matches were invented before. Yeah, true.
It is false.
Oh, frick.
The first push button lighter,
I'm so
the Dobereiner lamp, was invented in 1824. The practical friction matches similar to what we use today were invented in 1827. Interesting.
What? That is so weird to me. Okay, fine.
So
Then.
only a few years before 1824 was when the first push button lighter was invented. And
That's so weird to me.
That is very confused.
Because matches just
confusing.
seem very like ancient. Like
I know.
it seems like that like makes sense because like flint is like the same like basic like
function.
function as a match,
Yeah.
and flint has been used for how long? Like that's so interesting to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because like matches are like pre-made sort
That's
of.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm out of stuff.
I'm out as well, but I do have a few true stories.
Okay. Well, do you want to know who won?
Oh yeah.
You did.
Okay. I didn't know anymore at the end. I was doing so bad.
Claire got 8 and I got 5 right.
Damn.
So perfect.
Well,
So awesome. So well played.
thank you.
Well played, little Einstein.
Thank you so much. My brain is so big.
It's so big it's gonna rip your pee pee poo poo hat in half.
My headphone, it's gonna snap my headphones in two.
The headphones just start like expanding out.
Getting wider and wider.
It just explodes like it's like the Violet on Willy Wonka when she eats the blueberry and her entire body explodes, but it's just your
It's
head.
just my head.
Wow.
All
Brain
right.
gains.
Yep. All right. So these true stories are from boredpanda.com. And then I also have one from indiatimes.com.
Okay.
Oh, and then my true or false questions were mostly from radiotimes.com and buzzfeed.com.
Oh, yeah, I should say where mine are from too, but go ahead and
Okay.
read those because I just closed out of my thing.
Okay.
Okay, go.
I was eating lunch at Wendy's when Bill Murray sat down at my table, stole a fry, dipped it into my Frosty, and ate it. He then looked at me and said, "Nobody's gonna believe you," and walked away. And these are all true. So but they're so true that they sound like they could be lies.
Like,
basically.
yeah, they're so
Yeah.
crazy. Jeez. Okay.
I'm like, damn, Bill Murray, what a little troll.
Jeez, little savage.
Okay, this next one is, it doesn't say who it's by, it just says the website. So I wish I could give credit to like the people who actually wrote these stories, but maybe the website has them somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. My father had a heart attack many years ago, and I showed up to the hospital at 3 a.m. Given the time and the fact that he was in ICU, I initially wasn't allowed in. However, I was finally let in by a nurse who calmed me down and allowed me to see my father. He was so kind to our family throughout my dad's hospital stay. About 6 months later, my paternal grandmother was in the ICU for a medical issue, and again, we were cared for by this same nurse. About a year later, I received a call from my dad telling me to turn on CNN. Turns out the nurse was Charles Cullen, who famously confessed to murdering up to 40 patients.
Oh,
Isn't that insane?
no.
Like, this guy was so nice, but he was actually murdering patients. And like both their grandmother and the dad could have died. They were both patients to this nurse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that his
Crazy.
name's Cullen, like Dr. Cullen.
I know, I'm like, Carlisle.
I'm like,
what?
Carlisle's evil brother?
Maybe.
Da-da-da.
Stephanie Meyer. Get on it. All right, and then this one is so crazy that I didn't even think it was real either. But okay. So this is the person's great-grandfather's story, and it goes, he was born in Estonia, and after getting in trouble with the Russian mafia there as a teenager, he flew to Sweden where he joined the military. Cue World War II, and he's sent to Italy to help some friends of friends get out of trouble with his brothers. Battle between the Italians and Allies goes south, and one of his brothers is killed. The other two, along with himself, are captured and sent to a POW camp in Italy. A couple months in, another of his brothers is killed in the camp. Following that, Mussolini shows up to the camp and talks with my great-grandpa. Why, I couldn't tell you.
Oh my gosh.
After that, him and his last surviving brother attempt to jailbreak where he escapes, but loses his final brother. My grandfather goes north until he's captured by the Russians, who he talks his way out of being a prisoner with, and is rather treated as a guest, until one day he's summoned by none other than Joseph Stalin, who he becomes friends with. At the end of the war, Stalin sends him back to Sweden with a coin and a watch with the engraving from Joseph to Reinhard. Reinhardt,
Whoa.
I guess. So,
Jeez, Grandpa.
what the heck?
Grandpa
He met Mussolini and Stalin.
Jeez. That is nuts. Like,
Oh,
some of
my
those war
Lord.
stories, I'm like, how did people just, like, did that? Like, that.
I don't
jeez.
even know.
That's crazy.
The fact that he, like, was the only surviving brother is pretty...
That's crazy
sad,
and
too.
really sad. Yeah.
Um,
Jeez.
is it Stalin or Stalin?
Stalin
Stalin?
is how most people say it. But I think you
Stalin.
can probably say it.
Stalin.
There's
Stalin.
probably a couple different ways. But I hear it usually is Stalin.
Okay.
Joseph Stalin.
Well,
But,
hopefully I didn't butcher that.
oh, well.
All right.
I think probably different people say it different ways.
Okay. And then this one is just kind of funny. It says, I was hit in the face by the nozzle of a gas pump because the guy on the other side of the pump from me didn't take the nozzle out of his car before he drove away.
Honestly, sounds like something that would happen to me. I'm not kidding.
The rubber tube stretched forward, sprung back, and wham! The whole
Ow.
thing hit me right in the face.
Ouch.
That sounds very dangerous.
Yeah, I'm surprised that there was no broken
I know.
noses or
I know,
facial
like, what the
reconstruction.
frick?
Jeez.
Like, dude, check before you drive
Oh
away.
my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
And that was my last one.
Awesome. Well, mine were from Business Insider, and one of the articles was Facts That Seem Fake But Are Actually True by Megan Willett Way. Another one was from Insider. I think they might be the same, but one was just Insider, one was Business Insider. Anyway, and the article was 17 Facts That Sound Fake But Are Totally True by Lucy Yang. And then from the spin-off, and the article was 101 Fake Facts That You're Doomed to Remember as True by Tom Adams. So yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
I love stuff like that. Like,
Me too.
Kind of like trivia, but also just so true, so false. So
we
really
do
like that.
need to do another trivia.
Yes. We'll do one that's
episode.
like trivia with like multiple choice answers that aren't just true
Yeah.
or false. So that'll be fun. Okay.
All right.
Thanks so much, guys. Have
you
a
next
great
time.
week. Bye.
Bye.